what is this education? Fafua in 1974, he said education is just a long life process. In 1976, Farrant said education is just a process that makes you to be useful and acceptable in your community. He said, what will make you to be useful and acceptable in your community is education. If you look at what Farrant is saying there, he's trying to just justify that education is just ability to read and write. My dear colleagues, it's a myopic way of thinking when I look at that definition. You can be educated and you may not be rich. You can be rich and may not be educated. You can be the two. And as God used to have it, you may not even have the two. Look at what Farrant is saying. He said, something that will make you to be useful and acceptable in your community, even as a good citizen. In your community, how many times have they been doing meeting and you are invited? How many times have they approached your house for a good advice? And that man is saying that education is just a process that makes you to be useful and acceptable in your community. We have the certificates. Look at Nigeria today. Look at where we are. Useful and acceptable in the society. When you go further, it's a definition that everybody is hearing every day. But up to this morning, we don't know the person that gave that particular definition. That is why you say education is from birth to death. You continue to learn from the day you were born till when you will die. It's a definition that was given by Teller and others. Among those others, we have Fafua among them. But Teller was the one that pronounced that definition in 1989. He said, since once you are born like this, till when you will die, you will continue to learn. And let's always have it in mind, nobody is an embodiment of knowledge. That is why we have to be very careful as a primary teacher, even as a secondary school teacher also. But the primary is a level of education that is very difficult. Once you convince the student, that is all. Because they have seen you as anti-know-all. They have seen you as Mr-know-all. If there is any slight mistake, it's going to be permanent in their life. So let's try as much as possible to always bend our system of teaching to suit the what? The learner. In education, we have 3 focal points there. That is the teacher, the learner child, the people you are taking, and the subject or the content you want to take them. That is what we have in education. We have the teacher. Who are the people that the teacher wants to take? The students or the learners. And we have the content or the subject you want to take them, which are very, very much important and paramount in our lesson notes. You as a teacher now, that teaching you are doing, what is it to you? Do you even derive any pleasure there? Do you even see anything good in what you are doing? There is something majority of us don't know. There is power in our tongue. Some people have been in this teaching for many years. They did not achieve anything. No. Because one of the things that I want you to know is that anytime they are asked this simple question, what are you doing? The person will just reply, I'm managing somewhere. I am telling you, will continue to manage. It's not a cause. Let's get it right. When we don't get it right, we continue to have problems. Is it the salary mommy is giving us that is sustaining us? These are some of the questions that are, it's just going to be a shocker to us. But it's the reality. We are not saying, even when you, if the salary is being increased to 100,000, the salary will sustain you only for that particular month. The following month, it can't sustain you again. Because your standard of